that term mateship, which is often recognised during these services. And I think that that quality is something that many of you young people already display every day and can continue to take on. Of course, on ANZAC Day, we not only remember those first ANZACs, but we also remember those that came after them. The servicemen and women that have and continue to serve our country, to experience conflict, and of course some of the wounds of war, some of the physical wounds of war, but those invisible wounds of war. And tonight we have the opportunity to say thank you and to remember them. So in particular, I think it is important to acknowledge those men and women who serve in peacetime. We have had a most significant 2 years of the COVID pandemic, so significant, and we have called on our men and women in uniform to come to the rescue in many circumstances. We've also called on our men and women in uniform to help in times of flood and fire here in our own country. So tonight we pay thanks and we remember, and of course we have the young people that are doing that. I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone that's made it possible tonight, to the Youth Vigil in the South Committee, of course our Chair, Kathy Fletcher, thank you for your, not just this year, but your years of service, Jared Kay and Ron Payne from the Morphett Vale RSL, as well as all the representatives from the youth organisation tonight. Of course, there have been many schools involved, but I know that both Cardine and Wirianda, in particular, students from there have played a significant role. Thank you for your commitment and dedication in providing our young people with an avenue to remember, to pay tribute and to pay thanks, lest we forget.
Guard Commander, please conduct the 3-minute changeover.
On the gun. Up there. Good. On the gun. Left. Good. On the gun. Right. Push. On the gun. Average. Good.
Thank you, Amanda Rishworth. I would now like to invite the State Member for Raynell, the Honourable Katrine Hildyard MP, to come forward and address the audience.
I too acknowledge that we gather on land that was always Kaurna land and always will be. I pay my respect to Kaurna elders past and present, to Kaurna future leaders and elders of other Aboriginal nations. In doing so, I acknowledge our many Aboriginal brothers and sisters who have served. I acknowledge RSL Morphett Vale President Ron Payne, Women's Auxiliary President Ms Kerry Dowdall, Member for Kingston, Amanda Rishworth, Member for Hurtle Vale, Nat Cook, Senator McLaughlin, Acting Mayor Simon McMahon, Councillors Greaves, Tonkin and O'Brien, our beautiful singers, ANZAC Youth Vigil in the South Committee Chair Kathy Fletcher, and City of Onkaparinga Young Citizen of the Year, Leo Oliver. Thank you, Leo, for devoting your time, your passion, energy to serving our community, keeping them safe along our beautiful coast. Tonight is so special. Together, we mark the 20th anniversary of this vigil. I wholeheartedly acknowledge two amongst those who envisaged and brought it to life. Gai Thompson, and Brian Holacek. Thank you for your vision and commitment to empowering people in the South to grow understanding and leadership. Your work has strengthened our community's capacity to commemorate, remember and reflect. Thank you also to the extraordinary incoming chair of the ANZAC Youth Vigil Committee, Callum Barrett Walsh, other students and volunteers who lead us tonight and in so many ways in our community. Our committee determined that the legacy we wish to leave as we mark 20 years is that the leadership of our community's young people is empowered. Callum, Josh, Jenna and all the RSL service leaders and both mine and Amanda's officers will continue to support your organisation of this vigil. But I say to you and all of the remarkable young leaders who bring this vigil to life, your community spirit, generosity, capacity for respect and leadership inspires us all, and it is what will ensure this vigil endures for generations to come. All strength to you as you shape this vigil and encourage even more young people to be involved. It is so lovely to be together on this special night as we remember and pay our respects to the thousands of Australians who paid the ultimate sacrifice for us. As we stand in solidarity with those who suffer the effects of war and commit ourselves to walking with them. As we offer gratitude to those who serve today and who have walked alongside so many Australians as they endured the devastation of fires and floods. As we pray together for peace, as we see the horror continuing to unfold overseas. As we gather to contemplate with these remarkable young people what ANZAC Day means to us. My late grandfather's favourite saying was, life is mostly froth and bubble, but two things stand like stone: kindness in another's trouble, courage in one's own. It is difficult to understand the courage required of the young men and women who served through many conflicts, who faced the most horrific of circumstances. It is difficult to imagine the courage that would have been required to face the dawn at Gallipoli after long, cold, fearful nights in trenches so very far from home and family. We continue to see this courage, and as my grandfather would say, we consistently witness kindness in another's trouble within our Australian Defence Force. Wherever Australian service women and men go, from Gallipoli to the Pacific Theatre, Korea to Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan and everywhere else Australians have fought or kept the peace, their service is shaped by the ANZAC spirit we commemorate, a spirit characterised by courage in the face of adversity, mateship, kindness. This ANZAC spirit is deeply ingrained in our national consciousness. It is what binds us as a human family, and it is so important we return each year to reflect upon it. Thank you to every young person here for giving your time to so beautifully honour those whom we mourn and those who serve, and for keeping that ANZAC spirit firmly in our community's consciousness. I am inspired that it will be you that pass understanding and respect of it to future generations. You give me such hope. Our community, our humanity is in great hands for the future. Thank you, lest we forget.
Lest we forget.
Guard Commander, please conduct the 3-minute changeover.
On the gun! Attack! Good. On the gun! Left! Turn! On the gun! Quick! March!
Is everyone doing the gun?
Liam.
Okay, so it's 9 o'clock. You have to do the 9 o'clock service.
We will now have 9 strikes of the gong, followed by the last post, the ode recited by RSL President, Mr. Ron Payne, followed by 1 minute silence and the rouse.
They shall grow not old, as we who are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.
We will remember them.
Lest we forget.
Lest we forget. It is my great privilege to say that the 20th Southern ANZAC Youth Vigil has now commenced.
I would now call upon Acting Mayor of the City of Onkaparinga, Mr. Simon McMahon, to officially open our vigil.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here this evening. I am conscious of time. You're all being very patient, so I'll save you the pain of hearing the big list of dignitaries again, other to say that the fact that there is such great representation from all 3 tiers of government shows the value that we all hold in this youth vigil. I would like to acknowledge the Kaurna people and it's the traditional owners of this land and pay my respects to their elders past, present and emerging. And I would also like to acknowledge the returned servicemen and women who join us today. On behalf of our community, thank you for your commitment in defending our freedoms, liberty and the democratic values in which we all share. It is an honour to be here with you for the 20th ANZAC Youth Vigil in the South. The RSL ANZAC Youth Vigil in the South made its first appearance in the city of Onkaparinga in 2003. Since its inauguration, it has been conducted here at the City of Onkaparinga's Memorial Gardens. We continue to commemorate those servicemen and women who lost their lives specifically in the 4 years subsequent to the original landing on Gallipoli during World War I, but also those who made the supreme sacrifice in World War II, Malaya, Vietnam, East Timor, Afghanistan, and the many peacekeeping operations that have conducted over the years. Young people are an integral and dynamic part of the local community, and the City of Onkaparinga acknowledges the young members who continue to have a sense and a wish to participate in this event. The City of Onkaparinga is proud of the young Onkaparinga residents who are involved in the many different aspects of this community. Thank you, lest we forget.
Lest we forget.
On John. Outward. Third.
I call upon the Vigil Chair, Catherine Fletcher, to return to the lectern to invite special guests to supper.
On behalf of the RSL Youth Vigil in the South Committee, I'd like to thank everyone for their attendance this evening and invite the VIP invited guests to the supper at the Bowling Club. Some of our youth will escort you over. For all others in attendance, we look forward and invite you to return for the dawn service here at 6 o'clock in the morning. It is best to be here before 05:30. There will be major road closures in place. Thank you. If I could ask Brian and Gay to stay back, I've been asked for some photos. Thank you.